I was wrong about Queen Charge Lalo. Life Gem is not the way to go. If you bring the healing tome with your Queen Charge Lalo, it's far easier and it's an unstoppable army. Coming in on a double poison tower ring base here with Queen Charge Lalo. Now with these super compact bases, dealing with the CC is extremely difficult if you do it in the core of the base. So I would always recommend bringing the blimp for these super compact rings. So we put a couple of loons down here and we're going to blimp the monolith. But notice I select the rage spell here, but I decide not to use it. And why don't we use it? Well, as we put the queen down on the bottom, when you use a rage spell with Yeti Bomb, you have to think, what extra value is my Yeti Bomb going to get if I put down the rage spell? And with that Yeti Bomb there, I would have got a couple of extra mortars, maybe help deal with the couple of the ice golems, but really no extra value. I landed directly on the monolith, so the monolith was always going to go down, and it's far better to save that rage for your queen charge. So we Yeti Bomb out the monolith there, and now I'm thinking about the rest of my attack, because you can see that scatter compartment there is going to be an issue, and I'm trying to figure out if I can get my king into that compartment. That's what you need to be thinking of at this stage. And now I look up the top there where that defensive queen is, and I've decided that's where I'm going to put my queen. My king. So we're coming in with the queen charge here, and as soon as this mortar and builder hut go down, we will be able to wall break the eagle artillery. Remember, wall breakers target buildings inside compartments and then just go for the closest wall. So we're able to get this wall break here, but you can see this gold storage down the bottom is going to be a problem because it's going to pull my queen away from the core. So I do something really smart here. I use one of my wall breakers, and look at all these sneaky gobs. They get this gold storage down, and it makes sure the queen now goes left to the clan castle, and she's going to step into the core of the base. Now that she has, I put my king down on the left-hand side. Queen's in a lot of trouble here, so we get the invis down quickly. Remember, with the frozen arrow, your queen does not have a lot of HP, so you need to get those invises down quickly. Now I'm going to help with the royal champion, and that's kind of what Queen Charge Lalo is all about. You have your siege machine, you have the royal champion, king, queen, and the Lalo, and you want to put them on as many different parts of the base as possible, and your queen's job's just to take out the core. Whatever's in the core, it doesn't matter if the tunnel's there or not. Your queen's job's to take out the center, and then everything else is just meant to take down a different part of the outside of the base. For instance, this Lalo doesn't really make a lot of sense. It looks like I'm just going into a random spot on the base, but I kind of am. I'm just going into parts of the base that none of my troops have been before. And you can see, so we look at the royal champion here, but look at the healing tome. Putting in work. Yes, a lot of the loons do die quickly, but they have this healing for so long that they're able to get through high DPS zones. There was multiple multi-infernos here. No problem for us, and this ring base gets, well, not wrecked, but it gets 3-starred at a minimum. So if you're going to do Queen Charge Lalo, don't get me wrong, it's really difficult, but the way I would look at it is queen for the center of the base, and then all your other pieces for different parts of the outside of the base. Coming in on another ring base, and this time we're not going to bring out the Yeti Bomb because I didn't really see amazing Yeti Bomb value. I could have tried to go for the monolith, but that looks really risky on the top side. I think there's going to be some Sams in the way. So we're coming in on the bottom side here. So I want to charge all the way to the town hall. That's what you have to do on ring bases. Figure out a way for your queen to get to the town hall and invest anything necessary. So we got this wall break on the right hand side. We're going to use the king. Now in terms of hero equipment for this video, Rage Vial Gauntlet on the king, Frozen Arrow and Invis Vial on the Queen, RC has Hog Puppet and Haste Vial, and the Warden has Healing Tome and Eternal Tome. And this is my free-to-play account, so it doesn't have ridiculously high-level equipment, so if you're free-to-play as well, you can definitely make this army work. So the King clears out a huge funnel there, and that's the point of the King with this army. You saw in the last attack, the King didn't necessarily help out the Queen, so there are going to be some attacks where you don't need him to funnel the Queen, and you just use him to get whatever value you can. Now this baby dragon is huge because it's going to push my queen in towards the core of the base. We get a little unlucky here with the multi-inferno and the poison tower. So I start freezing this multi-inferno really early because of the poison tower that's there. If my healers take damage and the multi-inferno does damage, then our healers are going to die, and we can't have that. So this is why you bring 3 freezes and multiple invis with this one invis, sorry, with this army, so you have plenty of things to protect your queen and your healers as well. So sitting on the drill here, but I want you to have a look at this. So the CC is about to come out. Now I could rage now because my queen's under a bit of damage, but then she will target the town hall before she deals with the CC, and we don't want that. So I delay that, and away we go. So we're going to Lalo from the left side here. Just spam all our balloons behind. Then we're going to put the drill and the royal champion on the complete other side of the funnel. And they're all essentially going to meet in the middle. That's what we're kind of going for here. Loons are coming. We pop that warden super early because you kind of have to. The loons don't have that many hit points. And they're going to run up that top side. I rage the queen. We've got the drill and the RC working together. And look at how good these loons are. So Scattershot's going to target some of these loons, and it does take most of their health, but by the time it shoots again, they've got most of their health back. It's insane how good the healing tome is for this. The RC with the hogs are coming on the right side. The Yetis from the siege drill are in the core of the base. I pop my queen ability, and she is going to finish it off. She took down the core. The Lalo took out one side. The king, drill, and RC took out the other, and that's kind of how you do it. That's kind of how you do it. You don't want any part of the attack taking value away from the other. That's why I started the RC and the drill as far away from each other as possible, and we take down a pretty toxic ring base. One of the strengths of Queen Charge Lalo has always been the ability to fix things on the fly. You can be flexible in your attack. If something goes wrong, it is fixable, unlike other attack strategies. But that's where a bit of the skill comes in. So we see this double invis ring base, kind of the meta, and we're going to be using the log launcher on these types of bases, because if you can nullify the spell towers for free, the rest of the base is really easy. You forget how valuable a rage and poison spell tower is. If you get rid of them on the base, there's not really a lot the base can do to stop the attack, sorry, if you don't let your queen die. But we'll see what happens here. So I'm trying to funnel my queen to the right. I want to go into this eagle compartment and then use the log launcher to activate both spell towers. But have a look at this. We all know where the queen's going next. Yeah, that was really poorly funneled by me. So now we've got a funnel on the fly. We got the baby drag. That's why I love this army comp as well. We've got the baby dragon, we've got the sneaky gobs, and then you've got the giant and the wizard. I love using both of them, either to the giants to tank for a flame flinger, but you can also use them as, like, you know, giant wizard together to set a funnel. So baby drag does a good job. I will break on this side to get the king in to get rid of this elixir storage, and now we're coming in with the log launcher. But have a look at this. So Queen's gets invis. We activate both invis towers, but the scattershot locks straight onto our healers. I'm a little late with that, so now we're coming in with the RC. We are full panic mode at the moment. Now the most important thing to remember with the RC is she goes invisible. So as soon as she's about to go invisible, I yet again use another freeze on the scatter because it would have locked onto my healers, and then rage the royal champion. She's coming on the right side. The king's coming in on the left side. The yetis come out. Thankfully, they're tanking the eagle, which has since gone down. The healers are somehow still alive, and my queen's in the core of the base, and she's about to take down the town hall. The RC got rid of so much value there, and now we're going to Lalo from the right-hand side. Now, generally, when you're using the heal tome with the Lalo, you want to go into the highest DPS immediately, so that'd be coming from 430 here, instead of this, which is 2 o'clock. But I decided to Lalo like this, because how good is the pathing? Yes, the life gem may be better for this sort of Lalo, but the healing tome is so good. And what I love about the healing is, look at this, there's plenty of balloons here that aren't invincible. They weren't in the eternal tome, but they've all been healed up to full. We're still sitting on a freeze spell, and despite the fact that this attack went horrifically, the queen went the wrong way, the healers got targeted by the scatter, and I had to use multiple spells on the scatter to stop it shooting. These double invis bases do have weaknesses, and that is a lack of damage on the base. The Lalo runs over the base easily. Our queen lives the whole battle, which is ridiculous. This base, which defended in the qualifier, I believe it held a 1-star attack, can't stop Queen Charge Lalo in Legends League. And the final attack of the video, figured I'd show you a box base. Now, with box bases like this one, anytime you see the town hall like that without an invis tower touching it, all I'm thinking is that is insane king value. You want to use the king to get the town hall down, because that's awesome value, and it'll allow you to charge elsewhere and also not Lalo through the town hall. So I'm just figuring out where I want to start my Queen Charge. I want to Queen Charge into the Multi-Inferno. Now, this compartment on box bases is generally very tough to charge into. There's a lot of DPS, and you will deal with the CC at a terrible time. I love this wizard. Doesn't quite get the shot off, so we just use a barb and the archers to finish it off. But yeah, this is a tough compartment to charge into. I also could have charged into the heroes on the back end, which is very tough as well. But you deal with a lot of the DPS on the outside of the base, which is a bit easier. Up to you. I decided to do this when I showed one of my friends who's maining Queen Charge Lalo this season, as in that's the main army he's running. He couldn't believe I did this. Anyways, the Super Dragon comes out. I decide not to poison it. You've got the Frozen Arrow anyway, and I'll save my poison either to deal with all the heroes on the top side or whatever else is still in the CC. But we're pretty sure it's 2 balloons at this point. So we get the wall breaker there, but you can see, imagine if we were dealing with a triple ice golem right now. We would be in a lot of trouble. Ricochet cannon, multi-archer tower, expo, everything is on my queen at the moment, and I don't know if I end up popping her. No, she gets out of range of the ricochet cannon. Beautiful. Well done by my queen. And then we switch to the drill here because we're going to use the drill. Now, I'm never going to use the slammer with this army. It's not one of the sieges I bring. Once I get to the upgraded CC and you get now 5 siege machines, maybe I'll bring it. But the stone slammer is always better than the, the siege drill is always better than the stone slammer. There's no circumstance where I'd use one over the other. So King's getting rid of the town hall. Now we're going to Lalo from the top side here. But yet again, we're not going to put all our eggs in one basket. I'm going to Lalo, get the headhunters in it. Unfortunately, I think one of them gets sprung. And then we're going to use the drill on the other side of the base. And I'm still sitting on the Royal Champion. I'm just seeing where I need to use it. And I see that that defensive king has stayed up. So I decide to use the Royal Champion there. Didn't have to, but I definitely could have. And look, these loons are still getting healed. You forget how long the healing tome lasts for. They are still getting healed, and I reckon if I used the life gem, this Lalo would have completely and utterly died out. But because I don't, this base gets wrecked and yeah, completely crushed. The drill has done fantastic work. My queen is somehow still alive, and that is kind of the quickest guide I can give you to Queen Charge Lalo. We showed you 2 toxic rings. We showed an double invis ring, extremely toxic at the moment. Always use the log launcher on that. If you like to see more Queen Charge Lalo, let me know. I am really enjoying it with the healing tome. I didn't like it with the life gem. I was wondering why my Lalo kept dying. Now we know why. Heal tome is the way, and I can't recommend this army enough now.